Speaker. In my hand is a petition signed by more than 1,800 people from my electorate who are angry that the ANZ Bank is closing its branch in Lobethal next month. The petition was organised by a local businessman, Gary Hughes from GE Hughes Constructions, one of the major employers in the district and actually in my electorate. Gary told me he plans to take his banking elsewhere because he feels so betrayed by ANZ. Businesses and community leaders down on the South Coast feel equally aggrieved because the ANZ has shut the doors on its branch in Goolwa. But for the people of Lobethal, the closure is particularly insulting because the ANZ put out a statement saying that they consulted with the community, and they didn't. And when the community went to them with a plea to postpone their decision for just 12 months, the ANZ wasted no time in saying no. That no was delivered even though Gary went to see them with an offer to buy the bank building and then lease it back to ANZ so they wouldn't have any impediments to the trial. The reason our community is so upset is because banks are anchor facilities in our communities. When they close, it has such a negative effect on all of us. People drive further to a bigger town to do their banking face-to-face transactions, and then they do the remainder of their shopping there rather than being in their local town. This has consequences for small towns and for my small towns in Mayo. And for those who can't drive and don't have public transport access, which we don't have in much of my community, it makes it even more difficult. So the ANZ said everybody's doing their banking online. Well, I question that reasoning. Online banking is not usually embraced by a significant degree of our senior citizens, and Mayo is the oldest electorate in South Australia and the 6th oldest in the nation. And certainly every time I've been into the Lobethal branch, I've had to wait in line. And the Lobethal branch is the biggest across the whole region, more than 30 k's in every direction you would need to go to find another, and it's also across one of the biggest retirement villages in the community. Last year, Shayne Elliott, the Chief Executive of ANZ, was reported as saying in the media that the role of banks in the community extends well beyond financial services and that the banks must be responsible for the social and environmental impacts their operations have on society. Well, I call on Mr Elliott and the ANZ to live up to their social corporate responsibilities and not leave my community high and dry. And, Mr Deputy Speaker, I seek leave to table this petition.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and I look forward to ANZ hopefully having a change of heart with regard to the closure of our ANZ Bank. Mr Elliott, I'm keen to talk to you and hope that you get to see this video in the Parliament. Thank you.